I've been daily driving the iPhone 17 Pro Max for a while now, and honestly, it's been a bit of a roller coaster. It took the crown back from the Galaxy S25 Ultra earlier this year, which surprised literally no one. Apple's been on a strong run, but it also got me thinking, that win might be short-lived. Because everything we're hearing about Samsung's next big flagship makes it sound like the S26 Ultra is coming in hot. And if the leaks are accurate, Samsung might be gearing up to snatch that top spot right back. The good news is that the announcement is apparently happening earlier than expected, late January instead of February, which gives us a clearer picture of what's coming. And based on everything I've been tracking, there are quite a few areas where the Galaxy S26 Ultra could genuinely pull ahead of the iPhone 17 Pro Max. Let's start with the design. The leaked renders make it look like Samsung's finally shaking things up. Softer corners, a redesigned camera layout, but what interests me the most is how thin this thing could be. The S25 Ultra already sits at 8.1 millimeters, but the S26 Ultra might be dropping to somewhere between 7 and 8 millimeters. That may not sound wild on paper, but for a flagship this big, that's seriously impressive. It won't be razor thin like the S25 Edge or the iPhone Air, but it's shaping up to feel noticeably sleeker. And then there's the selfie camera situation. Apple really surprised me with that new 18-megapixel center stage camera on the iPhone 17 Pro Max. It's one of the best I've used, but Samsung might be going in a completely different direction, literally hiding the camera under the display. They've done it before on foldables. But if they pull it off properly on the S26 Ultra, this would be the first non-foldable Samsung phone with a truly seamless front panel. My only hope is that image quality doesn't turn into a trade-off. The display itself is another big one. Apple managed to get ahead this year with brightness, but Samsung hates losing display battles. Rumor has it the S26 Ultra is getting an even brighter 6.9-inch AMOLED panel. On top of that, Samsung might be introducing a COE depolarizer and a new anti-reflective coating, which could dramatically improve visibility outdoors. There's even talk about a feature called Flex Magics that narrows viewing angles. Basically a built-in privacy screen without the weird shimmer you get from physical ones. I'd be very happy if that turns out to be real. Now, cameras. Apple's low light performance on the 17 Pro Max is still unmatched in a lot of ways. But Samsung could be catching up. They're rumored to be sticking with the same 200-megapixel main sensor, but widening the aperture from f1.7 to f1.6. That small change lets in more light, which means brighter, cleaner images with less motion blur. And because Samsung usually rolls out new AI and computational upgrades with its ProVisual engine every year, I wouldn't be surprised if night photography gets a noticeable boost. Performance is where things get really interesting. If Samsung goes with the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 in major markets and pairs it with 16 gigabytes of RAM, that could be a serious jump. The early benchmarks on Qualcomm's reference devices already look kind of insane. Apple's A19 Pro is strong, but I can see Samsung overtaking it this year, especially if they really push thermals and efficiency. Speaking of efficiency, battery life might be the quiet upgrade that ends up mattering the most. The S26 Ultra is expected to keep the same 5,000 mAh capacity, but with the new Snapdragon chip pulling way less power, you could be looking at performance gains and better endurance. Combine that with the rumor of 60-watt charging, hidden inside leaked One UI 8.5 code, and Samsung might finally be offering charging speeds that actually feel modern. If that bump is real, the S26 Ultra could easily charge significantly faster than the iPhone 17 Pro Max. AI is another area where Samsung already has a clear lead. Galaxy AI absolutely outshines Apple Intelligence on practicality alone, and knowing Samsung, they're going to double down this year. I wouldn't be shocked if they borrow some of Google's new Pixel features too. Things like enhanced zoom algorithms or smarter automation tools. The S25 Ultra already introduced cross-app actions and Now Brief, so I'm expecting even more system-wide AI upgrades. So yeah, if all these upgrades are legit, the Galaxy S26 Ultra could end up being one of the most important releases Samsung has had in years. It's shaping up to be a proper heavyweight match against the iPhone 17 Pro Max, and honestly, I can't wait to test them side by side. But that's what I think. I want to know where you stand. Do you think Samsung has enough here to take back the title? Or is Apple still too far ahead in the areas that matter? Drop your thoughts below, and I'll catch you in the next one. Until then, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon.